Hello, everyone, and welcome into February. Today's reading is for Thursday, February 1st, and we're going to take a look at what the energies are that are wanting to come through from God, Spirit, the Divine, and see what sort of guidance we can get for you for today. So I decided to use a different deck for the tarot ones, pulling out the energy for the collective. This is my Alice in Wonderland deck. So that called to me today, so this is the one that I was deciding to go with. If you haven't already checked it out, I did do the readings for the first half of February for the individual, or for the zodiac groupings, and then after the general, for example, air signs, then I would pull cards individually for each of the like Gemini, Libra, Aquarius after that. So those have all posted, so make sure to check those out to see what all energy is in store for the first half of February. All right, so for the collective in general, we have Seven of Swords energy, Knight of Wands, and the World. So just taking a look here, the Seven of Swords energy, this is kind of that like lying, deceitful energy. So there's some things that are happening that maybe you don't know about yet. The Knight of Wands energy, that's kind of this courageous, adventurous type of energy. And then we have the World. So the World, that's the last, this is card number 21 in the Major Arcana. So this is the very end of the Major Arcana. And the idea with that is kind of wrapping up of cycles. So usually it has this sense of victory or triumph. You've overcome something. So if it's related maybe to the lies and deceit, if you're the one who has issues with being truthful, maybe you're finding that resolution. But we'll go ahead and take a look and see what is coming through for the signs and what additional clarification or guidance we can get there. All right, so for today, let's start with our water signs. So that's going to be our Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Oh, the jumper card that came through was Death. So this is going to be the ending of something. So it's kind of it's not as dramatic as a tower, but this is going to be the ending of some facet. So maybe for you, this is the end of the lies. Either you're turning the corner or the other person is. Color-wise, these seem to kind of go together. So maybe you're tired of being stuck in whatever the rut is for you, and you want to do something more adventurous and courageous. So let's take a look then and see what comes through on our, this is the Lightworkers Oracle. Mini Taken, longing for home, belonging, the original Lightworkers. So, if you've been trapped in kind of cycles of feeling like you're just looping and not really where you should be in life, that can kind of create that longing for home. Like you just kind of feel like you're out of place, like out of step just a little bit. And that might be what's coming to an end. Actually, before we do this, let's maybe grab a couple clarifying cards on the Death part and see if we have any other messages coming through. We have our Knight of Swords in reverse, and then we have our Queen of Cups. So the Knight of Swords in reverse, that's a little bit of this, I'll call it missed opportunities. So some things have passed you by, but this is a very loving and compassionate type of energy. So that's, something is ending, but it's ending compassionately and able to move on from there, whether it's from a situation, from a mindset, from a person. And then let's take a look at, this is our Sacred Creator deck, ambush fear with your ferocious dream. So that the idea there is not to let your fears kind of hijack your life. And you want to be able to push forward. You want to be able to sit in this courageous, adventurous energy and say, okay, well, what's next for me? What do I want to be doing with my life? And even if it feels scary to set out on a new path, really sitting in that. All right. Artemis, guardian, you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. So this is that idea that don't stay somewhere because you're afraid of what's that gonna look like if I leave. Know that you're safe, that you're protected, and move forward with what your dreams are. Move forward courageously to live a life that you're happy and excited to live. All right, and we'll pull one more card here for your spirit animal. Dear, love, be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. So this is that compassionate, loving energy. So really try to step forward and embrace whatever the situation is. You know, if there is a situation that involves a lot of lies or deception, and it could be a matter of maybe you're lying to yourself about a certain situation. Move forwards with compassion and grace and wrap up that cycle, and then kind of courageously and adventurously set out on the next step. So that was for water. Let's take a look at our air signs. So that's going to be our Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Let's see what comes through for you. Strength. So if there's challenges, and this might be triggering for you, if you feel like there's something or a situation where someone's being dishonest with you, that can sometimes trigger you to want to, lash out at the person, or lash out at the situation, and have that strength to be able to go inward. And we'll pull a couple cards to get some clarification there. So we have our Queen of Pentacles in reverse and Three of Pentacles in reverse. So with your Queen of Pentacles in reverse, this is a little bit of that. Sometimes it reads as selfish energy, but this is one where I read it as an energy of, no, I'm pulling all of it into me. So rather than it being in a negative light of I'm taking advantage of other people, it's no, I'm putting myself first, because I can't help other people if I'm totally depleted. So that's that sort of energy, and that goes with the strength, is being able to kind of pull that in and say, no, I can't just keep giving as my solution out of a problem. Like, I need to have it pulled inwards to me. And then with this, there's a little bit of the sense of the Three of Pentacles in reverse, that there's kind of some apathy or rivalry. So usually if there's lies or deceit, it's that there's some sort of rivalry, or the other person in the situation views it as a zero-sum game. Like, in order for me to win, you have to lose. And so the strength with that, and actually it's funny, I feel like Worf looks kind of like this lion that's on this Knight of Wands card. But that's that adventurous energy, and like have the strength to say, no, I'm not going to keep looping through repetitive cycles where there is rivalry, since this, this Three of Pentacles in reverse is kind of that rivalry. So have the strength to pull your energy back into you and say, no, I want to do something adventurous. I want to wrap up that cycle of tolerating, rivalry and some of those heavier energies. All right, take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So this is that whole thing of go out, do something fun, do something adventurous. And let's see what is coming through here. Stop, drop, and ground. So if you can, get out into nature. I know the seasons are starting to change. Tomorrow's Groundhog Day, so we'll see. Is it going to be 6 more weeks of winter? Even though I think I read online that Punxsutawney Phil is wrong like 60% of the time. So maybe they should just flip-flop what seeing his shadow really means. But if you can, start to get out in nature, and you'll see the rebirth happening around you, and you'll see kind of nature at its best as it reinvents itself. Your goddess card is Athena, inner wisdom. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. So this is also about that courage and being courageous and finding that inner strength to say, you know what, no more of these situations where I feel like I'm battling with someone else or feeling like there's lies and dishonesty. Like, no more of that. Personal choice. Close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace these qualities. So that's kind of that reminder that you can be whatever you want. You can have whatever future you want. All right, now we are on to our fire signs. Let's see what comes through for fire signs. The Emperor. So this is that divine masculine energy. This is that strong, powerful, like, you know what you want, and you're going to embody that. So let's see what else we have here. Okay. I feel like that one doesn't necessarily need as much clarification on it. Keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand behind you. So that also is kind of that message of there's deeper meaning to you being here than just get up and go do the job every day and come home and clean the house and things like that. So there's a deeper meaning. There's a deeper meaning, like your ancestors are here with you, and part of the calling for, most people that are watching tarot, you're some sort of healer, light worker, something like that. It's to help raise vibration and consciousness. Celebrate your wins. So this is something, kind of that reminder of, if there's situations that you're overcoming, celebrate them. Don't keep all of your focus on what isn't going right. Try to focus on what is going right. Okay. And then here we have, for your goddess card, is vast, independent. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. So, as it goes with the Emperor doesn't need other people propping them up. Like, that's, they're able to stand in their power, stand in their truth, and be independent and decide what is the right course for them. What is their true calling? What is their path? All right. And then one more here on your animal card, Eagle, mastery. You are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. So, and I'm hoping that the video is smooth, because on my screen it's glitchy. So hopefully it's smooth for you. So as it goes with the overall energy, since some of those messages aren't necessarily as intertwined, I think it's really this Emperor energy of, yes, there's this element of like lies and deceit, but the Emperor kind of cuts through that and says, you know what? No, like, I'm done with that. I'm going to courageously move forward. I'm going to wrap up those cycles. I'm not going to tolerate or indulge kind of that lower vibe type of behavior. And as you increase your vibrational frequency, you attract in experiences and people that are at your frequency. So it's kind of that whole expression, misery loves company. So if you're surrounding yourself with people that are in that lying, cheating, complaining, low vibe energy all the time, it's going to bring you down. And so with the world, that's kind of that victory over, no, I'm not going to sit here stewing in this negative, deep, heavy energy. All right, so earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You also have the strength card coming out. So the strength to overcome these situations. So let me pull a couple of clarifying cards here. So we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is about stability and family and affluence, and Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune card is that destined and fated. And so with that, there is this element when you look at the wheel, things are moving on, and Alice is chasing the rabbit. So there's a little bit of that sense of, she's chasing after the rabbit, but the rabbit is the one that's leading it. So let yourself be led in the direction that the universe is trying to lead you. So if you notice, throughout the story with Alice in Wonderland, like the rabbit knows where they're going, and Alice is just kind of following, like, oh, where's the rabbit? Where's the rabbit? And so put your trust in the universe and the divine, that they're trying to lead you in the right direction. And that involves closing out certain cycles, like when you learn different lessons, because we're here on this planet to learn lessons. And so once you learn them, incorporate that knowledge into your everyday, into your being, and then close out those lessons. You don't need to learn the same ones over and over again. Like if you, for example, it's funny, and sometimes people need to learn lessons. I remember one of my kids was younger, and he kept wanting to touch the glass on the front of the fireplace. And, this was as a very small baby, and it's always nope. And then one day the fireplace wasn't even on, so it wasn't very hot, but it was warm enough, and he touched it, and I was like, oh, never again did it. So sometimes it's like, okay, learned that lesson, but you don't need to learn it over and over again. Like once you learn it, move on to the next thing. So let's see on the light worker. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? So are you accepting these lies around you and deceitful behavior and things like that because you're trying to, not disrupt the apple cart? You're trying to keep things going smoothly because you feel like that's the course you're supposed to be on. But, you need to be able to stand in your power, use that strength, stand in that power and say, no, I'm not going to make myself small just to make other people around me more comfortable. And the interesting thing is, sometimes there's that tendency to want to do that, like, oh, I'm going to make myself small to make other people more comfortable. I think actually, once you get into the habit and the routine of standing in your truth, I think that's actually more comfortable for people because they know where you stand on things. If you're doing things, but they can tell that you don't really want to do them, and then, later you're regretting it, it kind of gives that sense of, does this person really want to do this? Does this friend really want to go along with what I'm saying, or are they just being agreeable? So if you can stand in your truth, you may feel like it's being hurtful or blunt at the beginning, but I think it makes it easier for people to interact with you and know what you're thinking and feeling because they know you're going to be direct and honest. So it says, welcome the divine masculine. So that's more of that assertive type of energy in that headspace, in that logical space. So to some extent, if you're feeling like you're stuck in the situation with lies, but you're stuck because of emotional reasons, call in that divine masculine and say, wait a second, why am I doing this? Why am I doing the same thing over and over again? All right. And I think this is pronounced Ixchel, maybe. Medicine woman. You are a channel for divine healing power. So remember to believe in yourself and your power. Like, you're a powerful being here on this earth. And some of you have gifts still to open up to in terms of channeling, intuition, things like that. So make sure that you're taking enough time for yourself to be able to explore those gifts and see where that leads you. So the jumper card here was Polar Bear. Mystic. Know that challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities. you carry the shaman within. So, so that definitely wanted to jump out with this Ixchel card. So I hope you found today's reading to be helpful, but as always, take only what resonates and leave the rest. And as I mentioned, I did do the readings for the first half of February, so those posted yesterday, and there's going to be some other additional readings posting within the next week, so make sure to hit that notification bell if you want to be alerted as to when those videos post. Otherwise, I wish you peace and joy along your journey. Until next time.